How's it going, everybody? Wes Davies here. Welcome back to another video. I'm actually here at my good friend Mike's new apartment. How's it going, Mike?
Good to see you, as always.
Yes, as always. We actually hang out a lot. How long have we really known each other now?
I mean, we've known each other for years and years, but I think the relationship really started when I used to live just above you.
Yeah, like one day I saw you walking around my apartment building.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I met that guy a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then turns out he just moved in one floor above my own apartment.
Yeah.
But that was your last place.
It was.
This is your new place.
Yeah.
So you chose to leave my apartment building.
Yeah.
Because the topic today is, as a foreigner living in Taiwan, sometimes it's not always easy to find a really good apartment or to kind of navigate the apartment rental situation in Taiwan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you agree?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So let's just go back 1 second. Why did you want to leave your last apartment?
Well, it wasn't in the nicest area.
Keep in mind, I still live in that not the nicest area part.
I'm not knocking you, you know? I'm sure you make really good money as a YouTuber. And hey, everyone, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button because this guy, he needs all the money he can get. Let's try to move Wes out of where he lives now.
Yeah, that used to be kind of the seedy red light district in Kaohsiung, right near the train station in Kaohsiung.
Yeah.
So maybe still is. So you hopped on to 591 or something like that to try to find a new apartment.
I know this is on me. I'm not complaining as a foreigner, but it's pretty difficult to navigate if you don't know your Chinese characters for sure.
So let's lay down some of the most difficult parts for us when we're looking for a new apartment in Taiwan.
Yeah, I mean for me, maybe it's a little bit different because I've got a dog. Yeah, so it's got to be pet friendly for me.
And then I remember sitting on the sofa with you, and I would say almost more than half were not pet friendly.
Yeah.
No, so right away you just had to throw them out the window. So before we get too far into it, I actually got you a housewarming present.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh boy.
So you may have noticed a large box being delivered to your apartment.
I certainly did.
So let's go check out what that large box is and how it's gonna help Mike settle into his new life here in this beautiful apartment. And so to welcome Mike into his new apartment, I hopped onto emmasleep.com.tw and ordered him Emma's incredibly popular hybrid independent tube mattress, which is Europe's most awarded independent tube mattress, complete with a 5-layer design including AeroFlex barrel technology for perfect support and AeroCell cool, breathable memory foam. For good measure, I also sent him a couple of cloud pillows, which are completely washable, ultra light and durable, and with freely adjustable height according to your preference. Free shipping all across Taiwan, and money-back guarantees up to 100 days. Right now, all products up to 48% off. Plus, use my promo code WESTW to get an additional 10% off your final purchase. Now, let's go see what Mike thinks of his new setup. Good boy, Bert. How's it feel? Yeah, I think Bert really likes it too.
Bert, do you like the bed? Is it nice? Is it sufu?
How much hair would you say Bert is gonna get on this bed?
Well, enough that I've got a protector on it, and basically I have to change my sheets like once a week. And I have those like foam, the roller things, like the sticky rollers, but it doesn't work. He sheds way too much hair.
Well, luckily, the mattress protector is totally removable and washable.
That's nice. It's a good thing to have.
Especially with Bert. And also the pillowcases, you can remove the case there.
Yeah, that's
Wash
nice.
those. As a foreigner, do you like soft or hard mattresses?
Soft all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you did have another mattress in here that we've gotten rid of.
Yeah.
How does this one compare to that one?
Way softer.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I know most Taiwanese people say they prefer like a medium soft or like a hard, but I think after you try this mattress, your opinion will change really fast. Yeah, for sure.
And how about the pillows?
Yeah, the pillows are nice, really nice. I I'm probably going to be tossing out my old ones after getting these. And not too big either too, you know? Like you don't want a pillow that's just absolutely massive. And you know, like I don't know about you, but I'm very much like a side sleeper.
Yeah.
And I always usually have to have the crotch pillow, so this is quite nice, you know? Pretty comfortable.
It's a good setup.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Yeah, this mattress is really nice. It's you know, it's big, it's comfy, it's very soft, and it feels like really breathable as well, which is a nice thing to have because in Taiwan it can get pretty hot.
I think that has to do with the technology that they put into the mattress cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like very aerated almost.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It almost does feel like it has a cooling effect, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know you play some sports, you're a teacher, you have to stand up all day. How does this bed relate to your day-to-day life?
It's definitely, I think having a good bed is something that people really like overlook, you know? Because like how much of your life do you spend sleeping?
1/3.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, especially, you know, like I play soccer, I play golf, and I teach children like 30 hours a week, which can be surprisingly draining. And it's nice to be able to go home at night and wake up with a good night's sleep the next day. You feel the difference for sure.
Would you say you feel more refreshed these days?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Ever since getting the bed?
Ever since I switched from my last bed, because you know, like you kind of adjust to the new bed slowly. Like I mean, when I first moved here with my old one, but after switching to this one, I've noticed that my quality of sleep has increased a lot for sure.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
And then you were saying that it is a little bit bouncy, right? If you need it to be?
Yeah.
Why did I say that? Cut.
Yeah, I'll let you know what my girlfriend thinks, okay?
Okay. Keep us updated. So what do you think about the Emma mattress?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's lovely.
Make sure to check out all the details down in the description, follow all the links, and you too can get access to all of those amazing discounts. So Mike, I was just wondering if you had any, I would say, horror stories of renting an apartment in Taiwan, because right before I found the place I'm at now, I found the perfect place. It was right in my budget. It was beautiful. It had 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, a balcony, and I said, yes, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then I was working with an agent at the time. He called the landlord and said, hey, I've got this foreigner here. He wants the apartment. And she said, oh, sorry, he's a foreigner. Unfortunately, I don't want to rent to a foreigner. Oh. Like, I was literally devastated. I was so excited for that apartment.
I've heard a few stories like that, and I've experienced a little bit.
Maybe they feel like there's a language barrier, perhaps.
Yeah, it could be.
If there's any problem, they don't know how they could just pick up the phone and talk to you.
Yeah.
So I'm not blaming Taiwanese people. I'm sure even in the West, we might be a little apprehensive of renting to somebody who didn't speak English at all. But I think in Canada, it would be a little weird for you to say, I'm only going to rent to Canadians.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was, you'd be sued, right?
You would be sued. I don't think you actually could say that in Canada.
Yeah, no, you cannot.
That would be discrimination.
Yeah, absolutely.
The landlord didn't meet me. The agent even told them, you know, he seems fine. I showed them my financials. The only problem was I'm a foreigner.
The last place, or one of the last places before I moved here, it was really close to this area, actually. I met the guy. He was kind of just a little bit like aloof, I guess.
Okay.
First words he said to me weren't like, oh, hello, or like, oh, what's your name, where you're from. The first thing he asked me was, why am I in Taiwan, and how much money do I make? He wanted a business card to prove where I was working. So later on, I ended up having to take a picture of some pay stubs just to prove, but I thought it was really, really weird. And obviously, like, I had the dog, and I said, it needs to be dog friendly. And he said, yeah, that's fine. What type of dog is it? And I said, oh, it's a Tugal.
Oreo dog.
Yeah, Oreo dog, I guess. After looking at the place, I said, yeah, it looks nice. I could move in. And he just gave me this really weird kind of vibe, like saying, like, oh yeah, that's great, but no, I'm not gonna rent to you. Another story I could think of off the top of my head was when I first came to Taiwan. I think I mentioned before, I moved into a place, it was a nice area and everything, and the rent was cheap. I moved in, and then after about a week of moving in, I realized that the air conditioner in the living room didn't work. I messaged the landlord and I said, hey, like, there's something wrong with the air conditioner. And the landlord said, oh yeah, the air conditioner in the living room doesn't work, but you can buy a new one. And I told her, well, no, I just moved in here. Why would I pay for something? And then she said, okay, well, you can pay half and I'll pay for the other half. And then I said, how's that gonna work? Because what am I gonna do when I move out? Am I gonna take half of the air conditioner, you know? So in the summertime, I basically just didn't stay in my living room very much.
Oh, you never got it replaced?
No.
Ah, that's too bad. Going back to the landlords not wanting to rent to foreigners, do you think that has something to do with our reputation? Because I know I have heard people say that Taiwanese people often think foreigners, they like to drink a lot, they like to play loud music, they like to have parties. Do you think that has something to do with it?
I have heard stories like that before, yeah. I've heard people say that they've been refused before because they said, quote unquote, foreigners have crazy sex parties, so.
Oh, we might have to bleep that one out.
Yeah, well, sorry.
This is a family-friendly channel.
Yeah, well.
One of the other things I've heard is that with Taiwanese people, at least you know they're staying in Taiwan, but a foreigner, they could lose their job and just suddenly go back home.
Yeah, well actually that was kind of one of the stipulations that when I moved here. Originally this place wasn't the one I was going to move into, it was on a few floors below here. The real estate agent just showed me the bottom floor, and last minute they said that they couldn't sign for whatever reason. But then he said, oh, well, you know, there's another place upstairs. So I looked at this place, and the rent was a little bit more expensive. And I told the landlord, sorry, it's kind of outside of my budget. And he said, well, if you sign a 2-year contract, I'll lower the price. Actually, I kind of am interested in knowing, what do you guys think? What would you pay for a place like this?
I know before you even saw this place, you saw seemed like you were seeing a whole bunch of other places.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It's kind of daunting, I guess. Like I said, I was always cruising on 591 for a long time, and there's also a lot of scams on that website too, you know, just things that are way too good to be true,
the most beautiful apartment pictures you've ever seen.
Yeah, no one's lived there before.
For 10,000 NT.
100%, yeah. So.
Do you think that's actually scammers?
Oh yeah, I think so.
They usually ask for a safety deposit first, right?
Yeah, well there was another time I put an offer in, and the landlord said, oh sorry, the place has been rented out. And then she messaged me back a day later saying oh well, the person pulled out, so can you just send me the damage deposit now, and then I'm gonna be in town. She said she was from Tainan. She said, I'll be in town on Sunday, but just send me the money now. And she sent me your account, and I just said,
you hadn't even seen the place yet?
Hadn't even seen the place. I'd seen a picture, and I just said, no, this is crazy.
You just don't know about that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, why would I ever do something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. What about some of the other ones where you showed up and didn't you almost think that you were showing up to sign a contract?
Yeah.
That turned out not to be the case?
So I was going to check out this place. It was a renovated Totian, really close to my work.
That's just walk up, right?
Yeah.
One of those older style?
Yeah. It's, you know, the ones where you kind of walk up and the staircase is old and decrepit, but then you go in, you open it up, and you're like, wow, this place is
super renovated.
Brand new, yeah. So I thought I was just gonna go take a look at the place and then put pen to paper and sign a contract. And then when I got there, I showed up and there were at least 15 other people in the place looking at it right away. And the landlord there, she was really, really nice, and she spoke perfect English, which is great. But I just knew as soon as I went in there, I was thinking, well, if this is the case, there's no way I'm gonna get I'm not gonna get this place. They're gonna give it out to a couple who's married with a kid or something.
Right. Because really, I mean, if you were a landlord, who are you gonna give it to? A single foreigner guy like Mike, you know?
Yeah.
Or
pretty savage over here.
Pretty savage guy like Mike, or a nice, cute Taiwanese couple, you know, with good, stable jobs. Taiwanese, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just luck of the draw, almost.
Yeah, no, absolutely, for sure.
Actually, something that almost happened to my buddy. He was gonna rent what they said was a penthouse apartment.
Oh, nice.
But actually, it was an illegal rooftop apartment. So it happens quite a bit, I've heard, in Taipei, where they'll have a building and then they'll actually create a shack on the roof.
Yeah.
With sort of fake walls, and it looks like an apartment, but actually it's against the law because it's a fire hazard.
Yeah.
It might not withstand an earthquake. It's not up to building codes.
I have a friend of mine. He used to live in Kaohsiung, and then he made the move to Taipei. And I stayed over at his place one night, and it's basically exactly like you described. And it was you know, the place with the the tin tops and everything. If it rains, that's all you hear. Yeah, it was a upper level chicken coop, to be honest. But, you know.
Well, anyways, I think you did well with this place.
Yeah.
Even though it was kind of a struggle to find something that you want. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
And I'm glad you found a nice place. It's nice for me too, because I can come over here and hang out.
Yeah, this is the spot now, I guess.
Evelyn and I, who's helping us film, thank you. And thank you very much, Emma Mattress, because no matter which apartment we find ourselves in, at least we know that we have a super comfortable bed to sleep in. And any foreigners watching this video, let us know your experiences renting an apartment in Taiwan. Whether you've got some nice juicy horror stories, or if everything's been hunky-dory and you don't know what we're talking about. And once again, thank you very much. Please like this video, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. I think Mike and I were gonna film a couple more videos in the future.
All right, take it easy.
All right, bye-bye. And don't forget to use my special promo code WESTW at checkout for an additional 10% off your entire